Vishnu Gurudevo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Akhandamandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Dhyanamulam Gurur Murti Puja Mulam Gurur Padam Mantra Mulam Gurur Vakyam Moksha Mulam Gurur Kripa Om Shanti 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 Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Punaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Chidatna Jai Gurudev. Let's start with chanting first. We'll chant verse 20 to 28, Adhyay 8. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha Atha Ashtamo Dhyayah Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Parastasmatu bhavonyo Vyakto vyaktat sanatanaha Yasa sarveshu bhuteshu Nashyatsu na vinashyati Avyaktoksara ityuktaha Tamahu paramam gatim Yam prapya na nivartante Tadhama paramam mama Purusha saparapārtha Bhaktya labhyastvananyaya Yasyanta sthani bhutani Yena sarvamidam tatam Yatra kale tvanavrittim Avrittim chaiva yoginaha Prayata yanti tam kalam Vakshyami bharatarshava Agnir jyotirah shukla Shanmasa uttarayanam Tatra prayata gachanti Brahma Brahma vido janaha Dhumo ratristatha Krishna Shanmasa dakshinayanam Tatra chandramasam jyotir Yogi prapya nivartate Shukla Krishne gati hete Jagata shashvate mate Ekaya yatyana vrittim Anyaya vartate punaha पार्थजानन् योगी मुह्यति कश्चन तस्मात् सर्वेषु कालेषु योगयुक्तो भवार्जुन वेदेषु यज्ञेषु तपस्सु चैव दानेषु यत् पुण्यफलं प्रदिष्टम् अत्येति तत्सर्वमिदं विदित्वा योगी परं स्थानमुपैति चाद्यम् ॐ तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्ण अर्जुन संवादे अक्षरब्रह्मयोगो नामाष्टमोऽध्यायः। हरि ओम तत्सत्। श्री कृष्ण अर्पणम अस्तु। Welcome everyone and auspicious Hanuman Jayanti to all of you and also everyone on Zoom. God bless you all. We have come to the end of our 8th Adhyay today. We have done 25 shlokas and 3 shlokas are left. They are short conclusion to the entire chapter. The name of the chapter is Akshar Brahma Yoga. Why do you think it's called Akshar Brahma Yoga?
The goal. The goal.
It is telling us the goal. The goal is what? To reach that Akshar. Akshar meaning?
Eternal. Indestructible.
Indestructible, which can never perish, which does not get destroyed. That goal is indestructible. Meaning what? Indestructible meaning what?
Which will be there, which is eternal.
Eternal. It was always there. It is there now. It will always be there. Whether the world exists, whether the gods exist, whether humans exist, whether nothing exists, still that existence itself will exist. That's what it means. So up till now, 25 shlokas. What anything that you remember or which has been interesting for you, which you find useful or anything, whatever that you remember from what we have done so far?
When you do any kind of sadhana or prayers, if you have a motive for doing those prayers, then that motive will definitely bring you back to this world.
Okay.
And
So
if
the
you-
motive being
Like some
desire.
goal you want,
Desire. Okay.
But if you just pray without having any motive and bearing only your goal in mind, that will take you to your eternal bliss.
All right. Very nice.
There
Yeah.
are only 2 paths where you don't return,
Yeah.
and all the other paths bring you back.
Correct.
And
There are 2 paths. One path and one is Jivan Mukta. So one path brings you back, one path does not bring you back, and then there is Jivan Mukti. Very nice. What else?
There
Yes.
is Krama Mukti, where you will go to the Loka of the
Brahmalok.
Yeah, Brahmalok. And then there is Kevalya Mukti, which you can get
Immediately, at the
Immediately.
time of self-realization. Very nice. Yeah?
The gati at the time of death is what you earn, and you don't have a choice at that time. So
Can you say that again?
the gati at
The
the time
gati,
of death
huh?
is what you have earned throughout your life, and it cannot be a choice at the time of death.
At the time of death, the choice is there, but if you have lived your entire life like that, then you will be able to be in that correct frame of mind at the last moment, at the time of death. Very nice. Anything else?
If you get Krama Mukti, then you have to wait till the end of Pralay, while you may stay in that Loka.
Aram se.
But it will take a long time till the final merging happen at the time of Pralay. But if you are getting Kevalya Mukti, then immediately.
It's immediate. But don't think that Krama Mukti is not something that is good. I mean, there are very few people who will even attain that. So that is not something that should be looked down upon in any way. Anything else?
Bhagavan gives the guarantee that if you give me the mind and reason and you will fight, then you will come to.
Bhagavan gives a guarantee again and again in the entire Gita. Bhagavan keeps giving guarantees. What guarantee does he give? Just surrender to me. Just surrender to me. And we are afraid to surrender. We are afraid to surrender because we have associated surrender with weakness. We have associated surrender with lack, with not having anything. In fact, it is the ekdam opposite. Surrender to Bhagavan means you are merging with Bhagavan. Means all the resources, all the strength, all the knowledge, everything is at your disposal. Bhagavan is going to take care of you, and he has given that yoga kshema. I will ensure that everything that you need will be provided and everything that you have will be protected. So actually there is no need for anyone to be afraid of surrender. We are afraid of surrender only because of ignorance. Our ignorance. That's it. Very nice. So this beautiful chapter will come to an end today. Let's start with Shlok 26. Shall we read it once? Shukla Krishne Gati Hete Jagata Shashvate Mate Ekaya Yatyana Vrittim Anyaya Vartate Punaha. Read with me. For these two paths of the world, the bright and the dark, are considered to be eternal. Proceeding by one of them, one reaches the supreme state from which there is no return. And proceeding by the other, one returns to the mortal world, that is, becomes subject to birth and death once more. Take the meanings first. Ete, these two. Gati, paths. Jagat, of the world. Mate, are considered to be Shashvate, eternal. Ekaya, one of them, Yati, goes, Anavrittim, to the state of no return. One of them goes to the state of no return. Anyaya, by the other, Avartate, one returns. Punaha, again. So this beautiful conclusion is coming of the two paths, the beginning. Which are the two paths? Uttarayan and Dakshinayan. One going northwards, one going southwards. One is the path of no return, one is the path of return. Anavrittim, no return. Avrittim, return, coming back. Let's take Anavrittim first. We have already discussed it. Now this is a revision. So Anavrittim is state of no return. We can call it Kramamukti. It is also called Uttarayan. It is also called Jyotirmarg. Marg of light. Marg of light. Who is going to get this Uttarayan path? one who is a supreme bhakt. You have to be a supreme bhakt. It's not just any old bhakt, not just someone who's doing little bit of puja, little bit of svadhyay, little bit of jap. No, supreme bhakt, but not yet jivan mukt. Supreme bhakt, not yet jivan mukt. So he will be taken to Brahmalok, transported to Brahmalok, and there are devtas on the way which help the Atma to go towards Brahmalok. These devtas are called Ati Vahik Devtas. Ati Vahik Devtas. We talked a little bit about these devtas also last time. So since this is the path of light, the first devta is Agni Dev. As soon as the body is put to the fire, on the funeral pyre, that Agni Dev only starts guiding the Atma towards the world of light. After that comes Aha, Devta of daylight. Devta, second Devta is Devta of daylight, his name is Aha. Then comes the Devta of the waxing moon, the moon which grows. Waxing is when it grows, waning is when it comes down. So that is the Devta of Shukla Paksh. Shukla Paksh Devta. These are all the Devtas which are helping the Atma go correctly without any disturbance, without any delays or anything. Then Uttarayan Devta comes, then Samvatsar Devta comes, and they are taking the soul towards Dev Lok. On the way there are many other lokas, which are they like Varun Lok, Vayu Lok, Aditya Lok, so many lokas are there, Chandra Lok, Vidyut Lok. So all that they keep taking them higher and higher and higher. Indra Lok also passes. Finally they come to Brahma Lok. Brahma Lok. Also sometimes in some books it will be called Prajapati Lok. Same. Brahma and Prajapati. There they will stay. They will get Updesh from Brahma Lok, and they will never have to come back to Mrityu Lok. We have done all this. This is a revision. Second one is the Avritim, state of coming back, state of return. Also called Dakshinayan, also called Dhumo Marg, smoke. So in the state of no return, the Agni Devta takes. Here the smoke Devta takes, because no clarity in spirituality, no clarity, Dhumo. These are people who are not qualified for Brahma Vidya. There was Supreme Bhakt, qualified for Brahma Vidya but not yet got Jivan Mukti. These are not qualified for Brahma Vidya. They have not done sufficient sadhana or purusha. But they have got lot of punya karma. They have done punya karma. They have done nitya karmas. They've done their, tirtha. They've done dan. They've done some yagnas. But Brahma Vidya, not yet. So there is like different levels of one's spiritual maturity. So here first the Devta of smoke. Dhuma Vimani Devta. Dhuma Vimani Devta, like Viman airplane. Dhuma Vimani Devta takes, then Ratri Devta, night ka Devta. Then waning moon, Krishna Paksh Devta. Then Dakshinayan Devta, so many Devtas. Then Pitrulok Devtas. Finally, they will reach Chandralok. There they will stay. All the punyas for which they have got this, they will get the benefit. Like how you redeem your points on your credit card. So they will redeem their points on their credit card, punya credit card, then come back to earth. Okay, and then start all over again. So these are the two options if you do not get Jivan Mukti. Clear? Of course, there are other options. For those who don't have punya karma, But this is Bhagavad Gita, so we are not going to talk about those options, which anyone reading Bhagavad Gita should not have to be take recourse to any of the other options. Hopefully. So let's go ahead. Let's go to 27. Now let's see what Bhagwan says. Let's read it. Naite sriti partha janan yogi muhyati kaschana tasmat sarveshu kaleshu yoga yukto bhavarjuna. Knowing thus the secret of these two paths, O son of Kutti, no yogi gets deluded. Therefore, Arjun, at all times be steadfast in yoga in the form of equanimity, that is, strive constantly for my realization. Clearly, there is no confusion here. Bhagwan is giving you Siddha, Sadha, completely clear instructions. Strive constantly for my realization. Okay, let's take the meanings. Janan, knowing, having known. Ete, these. Sriti, two paths, two gatis. Knowing these two gatis. Which are the two gatis? One to liberation, one to transmigration, coming back. Na yogi kaschana, not a single yogi. Muhyati, gets deluded, gets mohit, gets deluded. Tasmat, therefore, bhava, be. What should we be? Yoga yukto, steadfast in yoga. Sarveshu kaleshu, at all times. Okay, and Parth, you know, means Arjun, son of Pritha. Having known these two paths, that includes all of us. Anyone who has studied this, who has got an explanation, that means all of us. None of us should be deluded. Right? So what's the problem? How many times will Bhagwan have to repeat this to you? Now already 4th time we are learning Bhagavad Gita. So it's time now that you drop your delusion. So what is this delusion, we have to understand, and why it is not dropping. For those who have not studied Bhagavad Gita, who do not have access to this explanation, it is very understandable that they will be deluded. Because before you read this, how many years ago? 15 years ago. Even after having read it for 15 years, we are still deluded. So what about those who have never got access to this? Obviously they will not know what is this Uttarayan, what is this Dakshinayan, path of light, path of darkness, this Devta, Brahmalok, what Krama Mukti, Kaivalya Mukti. Nobody knows all this. Nobody. So only the privileged few have got access to this knowledge. So those who don't have, they will be afraid of death. Yes or no? Even after knowing, we are still afraid of death. So those who don't know, they will be wondering what will happen to us. So it's understandable. But Bhagwan says, knowing the secret of these two paths, no yogi gets deluded. So if you are still deluded, means some more effort is needed to be a yogi. We are not yet yogi. So we know this, we are no longer ignorant. We have nothing to fear. So the first thing we have to get out of is our fear of the unknown. We know that if we do this, this is the result. It is Bhagwan's guarantee, not my guarantee, not Gita Press's guarantee. It is Bhagwan's guarantee. So we don't need to fear, because let's take an example. You are going to one place, let's say unknown place, which you have never been to before. So then who you will go to? One guide, one travel agent. They will ensure to you that your visa has been put in place, your tickets have been bought, your accommodation has been fixed, safety is there, you have nothing to fear. And even to a strange place in the other opposite side of the world you go, you know everything is fine because ticket is there, you're packed properly, you have taken your correct things, you have done all the correct visa, everything. You go happily. So why we can't do it for our spiritual journey? Why is it that we have been told if you do these things, this much preparation, your ticket is ensured, your visa is also there, you will get entry into Brahmalok, you will get entry into Brahma himself if you do the right preparation. So what is stopping us from doing the right preparation? That is something each one of us has to ask ourselves. What is holding us back? What is keeping us so attached to this beautiful sansar, which is full of dukh and sukh, where dukh is implied in the sukh itself. So what is this great attraction we have for whatever we are seeing with our five senses? This is something we need to see. So what is that preparation we have to do? Last most important thing for here, Krama Mukti, is last moment at the time of death, our mind should be fixed on Bhagwan. For that to happen, there needs to be some practice. If you have never lifted 10 kilo dumbbells, suddenly you want to lift 10 kilos of dumbbell, you cannot, you have to practice it. So entire life, if you have practiced that abhyas has been there, at the time of death, 100% it will come. If you have not done, 100% it will not come. Right? So that's all. How we live our life will dictate how we die. And how we die will dictate what will be afterlife. So this is all linked together. And Bhagwan is telling us, so now we should think about it. What exactly do we want? See, some people are very happy with their life here. All wonderful things are happening for them in their life. That is the punya they have earned of their past life. So they are quite happy over here. They don't feel the need also to get moksha, because life is so beautiful. I have money, I have a house, I have a good family, I have investments, I have everything here. So good, I don't see any need to not come back. But there is no guarantee that when you come back, it will be the same life. Right? This life you have got because of punya of past life. Now how you are living this life will dictate the next. And there are no guarantees. No guarantees. Therefore, don't make your travel plans for next life based on your condition of this life. This is something we have to realize. So now we have to be a yogi. If we are a yogi, we will not get deluded. So what does it mean to be a yogi? What is that preparation? Firstly, obviously from this shloka, you should know the different options available. Means you should be well informed. That we all are. We all are. So in that first criteria of yogi, we are fulfilling. Then, knowing these, you have to choose the correct goal. Now that I don't know how many yogis are there, whether that criteria is getting met or not. What is the goal you have chosen? Having chosen the goal, not enough. How much value are you giving to that goal? How much have you made that goal a priority in your life? Because just having the goal which you have written in one vision book, put it on a vision board, put it in one journal, makes nothing. It has no value until you have given it some value. So what does it mean to give value? What does it mean? To give value to your goal. What does it mean?
To have faith in it.
Faith.
What activities you're doing will take you.
Implement. What steps are you taking to go to that goal? See, a goal is of no value until you have taken steps towards it. Otherwise, it's a dream. It's not a goal. There's a difference between dream and goal. Dream, you dream something, nice, if it happens, very nice and all. But in a dream, you don't take any steps. Goal, you have to take steps. So then it becomes a goal. You should make a SMART goal. There is an acronym also for goals, SMART, that we'll do some other time. So yogi means be informed. With the information, make a goal. With making the goal, take steps towards going towards that goal. 3, 4, stay on the path. Sometimes we do take steps, then we get into tamas, we fall out of the path, we don't stay fixed on the path. Stay connected to the divine. That is the most important thing. Now, on how you will stay connected will depend on your belief system. So some will stay connected to Bhagwan to get their desires fulfilled. They will do puja, they will go to Tirth Yatra, they will do Anushthan, they will do, because some lack is there, they want to ask Bhagwan for help. No problem, you can do. So that is one way of staying connected. Then there will be another level of connection with Bhagwan, where you just connect because of devotion. You're not connecting because you want something from them. There is no give and take there. There's only give. You're only giving your love. Okay, that's it. You're just connected with devotion. And then when you'll be connected that way, only with devotion, some purification happens inside. Only at that time some purification will start. When you're connected with getting something back, then no purification is happening. You are getting. But when you connect with pure devotion, with no, as you said, ulterior motive, no other need for connection, there is just oneness you are feeling with your Ishtadev, that Ishtadev becomes important, then slowly you will move towards connecting with the self. You will understand that there is something higher even than the Devatas, and that supreme absolute Brahma, which we are talking about, Akshara Brahma, you will be able to understand that connection. And that will take you to a higher and higher level of connection with the divine, a different level of connection. One will be Devta for desire, next will be Devta for devotion, and then there will be just one with the self. Okay. Then you have to stay established in the self. So these are the different ways. Sometimes you'll feel that connection, then you'll feel connection again with Sansar. Then you'll feel connection here, then you'll feel connection again with Sansar. So you have to now make that connection within yourself firm. So that different. That is when you become connected firmly within, you become the yogi. That's why Bhagavan is saying, Tasmat Sarveshu Kaleshu Yoga Yukto Bhavarjuna. Arjun, Bhava, be Yoga Yukto, established with the divine, Kaleshu Sarveshu, at all times, constantly. And one nice lakshan we can use to know whether we are Sarveshu Kaleshu Yoga Yukto, established within. Can you tell me what could that be?
No fear.
No fear,
So you're
yes.
constantly having the faith that it's all.
That could be one of the things.
Undisturbed.
Huh?
Undisturbed.
Equanimity. Equanimity. No matter what is going on, maybe one big storm has come, maybe for a while you get pushed off your feet, but you get back up. You know those dolls are there?
Yeah.
You do like this, they go like this, and then they come. So like that. Doesn't matter. Thoda idhar udhar, then come back. Sarveshu Kaleshu. If you remember in Adhyay 6, you can make a note, later you will see it. Adhyay 6, Shlok 46. Already Bhagavan has told Arjun, Tasmat Yogi Bhavarjun. Therefore, Arjun, be a yogi. He's already told in Adhyay 6. Be a yogi. But now, he's taking it one step further. There, be a yogi. But now, be a yogi Sarveshu Kaleshu. At all times. First, at least you learn what is yogi, become from time to time, at least be established in the self. Now, yoga yukta kaleshu sarveshu. Constantly at all times. Okay? Sometimes we are connected during bhakti. Sometimes we are connected during japa. Sometimes we are connected during upasana. Sometimes we are connected in different, people will connect at different times. But in the storms of your life, in the upheavals of your life, we sink, we forget the connection. So even at that time, you have to be connected. Then you will be yogi. Then that unavrittim path will be open for you. You see where the connection is coming? Why to be a yogi? So that you don't have to come back. That's all. Even if you have not got Jivan Mukti, you will be taken, you will be carried forward. In Kenopanishad, I have not read the Sanskrit shloka, but I'll read the English translation. Understanding means thinking and realizing. Understanding Him, the Divine, according to one's intelligence. Means what? According to one's intelligence. Devta for desire, Devta for devotion, or the self. Understanding these different levels of divinity, verily he obtains immortality. Verily he obtains immortality. By one's own exertion, means you have to do purusha. In the performance of duties, even after attaining wisdom. Even after attaining wisdom, he obtains intense joy through the grace of the Supreme Self. He is established in the Self. The Self is carrying him forward. Even after realization, he will feel joy in doing his duties and he will obtain immortality. So, all the Shastras are pointing towards the same Updesh. Live your life wisely, be informed correctly of what you are doing, because the goal which is being assured to you, which is being guaranteed to you, is not easily attainable by all, but those who have been given this knowledge, at least they should strive towards that supreme goal. In the commentary of the Brahma Sutras, Bhagwan Adi Shankaracharya says that all this Uttarayan, Dakshinayan, these Devatas, all this kind of description which has been given to us, it is only meant to give us or make us develop in us Vairagya. Vairagya for Sansar. This is the only reason why all this extended description has been given. And if one practices, if one practices the sadhanas that are prescribed, Vivek automatically comes. And if Vivek comes, then automatically Vairagya comes. So if Vairagya is not coming, that means Vivek is not complete. And if Vivek is not complete, it means that sadhanas are not got done sufficiently. So there is a tipping point always, when something has to overflow, something has to, the balance has to, what balance? Like a seesaw. If more priority is being given to sansar, then you are not going to tip over into Vivek. You are not going to tip over into Vairagya. So out of your 24 hours, out of your 24/7, how much importance you are giving to spirituality and how much importance you are giving to sansar. This is called doing manan. This is where you have to think for yourself after listening to all this beautiful gyan. So knowing thus the secret of these paths, son of Kunti, no yogi gets deluded. Once you have understood this, why would you get deluded? Deluded with what? With the so-called sukhs of sansar. What is deluding us? The so-called sukhs of sansar are deluding us. So what do we have to understand? Sansaric sukhs will always be laced with a little bit of dukh. No sansaric sukh can be permanent. The sukh you feel when you get your desire fulfilled, sansaric desire fulfilled, is actually your own inner bliss, which is not getting disturbed by the vrittis rising for getting anything from the sansar. Did you understand that? When your desire is met, there is no more I want. So there is no vikshep, there is no vritti. When there is no vritti, no vikshep, you are established, calm, you are feeling your own bliss. You are experiencing your own bliss, and you think that bliss is coming from your batata vada. You think your bliss is coming from your gulab jamun. You think your bliss is coming from your relationship. You think your bliss is coming from your bags and your shoes and your cars and your home. But that bliss you are feeling when you are getting your wish fulfilled is your own inner self ka anand. And when you are no longer dependent on the object to experience your own happiness, it's my own, and now I'm waiting for this object to come to me to experience my own thing. So what does that make you?
Free.
Slave. Fool. Huh?
No longer.
Idiot. Okay. Your own happiness is there. Now you're waiting for some ridiculous object for you to feel your own happiness. So when you understand this, that happiness is actually freedom. Moksha is not happiness. Moksha is not anand. Moksha is freedom. Freedom from your entire bondages, whatever you are bound to. So the yogi who understands this is no longer bound. The yogi who understands this is not seeking happiness in the world. Right? He may not have had self-realization yet, but he knows where to look for the happiness. He is no longer, and when you're looking for happiness outside, aren't you wasting your time? Because it's not there only where you're looking. So going on looking here, there and everywhere and feeling happy with that little glimpse of inner happiness, and then after some time forgetting that, then next time, and once you've experienced that inner happiness by getting your batata vada, then after some time it will go, because you've not understood the source of your happiness. So after some time again you'll want that same thing. So continuous slavery. And you only are being your slave master, your ego actually. So you have to learn to rise above your vasanas. Yogi has to learn to rise above his avguns. Yogi has to learn how to still and silence the mind. That can only happen with sadhana. Alright. So now you know that what you have to do if you want path of no return. Be a yogi satatam. Sarveshu. Kaleshu. Be yog yukt. All you have to do is change the direction in which you are looking for happiness. Just change the direction, that's all. Instead of outside, you have to do inside. Instead of bahar mukhi, you have to do antar mukhi. It's not such a big deal. Not such a big deal. Is it a big deal? No, only you have to understand now. See, I've lost my pen here. I'm looking for it outside. Then I'm a fool, no? I have to look where I've lost it. I've lost my happiness because I've lost my connection with myself. When I go in the elevator, I lose the Wi-Fi connection, right? Because it's cut off. We have also cut ourselves off from our inner self. That is why all the dukhs we are feeling for that reason. Whatever dukh we are experiencing, which we are blaming X, Y and Z for. See, we are so clever. This one is giving me dukh, that one is giving me dukh, this person is like this, that person is like this condition is like this, that person is like that. All this is nonsense. The source of your dukh is your ignorance. The source of your dukh is your non-connection with the self. And the source of your happiness is your connection with the self, opposite. Just understand that. Nothing more you have to do. See how simple spirituality is. Only you have to understand. That's it. Let's do the last shloka and then we will be in connection with Akshara Brahma. Vedeshu yagyeshu tapasu chaiva daneshu yat punya phalam pradishtam atyeti tat sarvamidam viditva yogi param sthanam chadyam. The yogi, realizing this profound truth, doubtless transcends all the rewards enumerated for the study of the Vedas, as well as for the performance of sacrifices, austerities and charities, and attains the supreme and primal state. Conclusion. Take the meanings. Yat punya phalam. Whatever punya, whatever good fruit of action. Pradishtam has been declared. Whatever punya has been declared Vedeshu by the Vedas, Yagyeshu regarding yagnas, whatever phal, punya, has been declared by the Vedas regarding doing yagna, tapasu regarding tapasya, austerities, cha and daneshu regarding doing charitable work. Tat sarvam, all that punya that the Vedas have said you will get for doing yagna, Vedas have said you will get some punya for doing dan, you will get punya for doing tapasya, all that, tat sarvam, yogi, the yogi, atyeti, transcends, goes beyond, atyeti, forget that punya. This yogi is going to transcend all this punya. How? Viditva, by realizing. Idam, this meaning whatever Bhagwan has said so far. And what will happen? Upaiti, he will attain. Param, supreme. Cha and Adhyam, primal. Sthanam, state. So if you want to go to heaven, if that is your belief system, I should go do punya, I should get lot of punya, then I will go to Swarg. Then the Vedas say, okay, do this yagnas, do this much of tapasya, do this much of dan, you will get this much punya, you will earn brownie points, you will go to this Swarga, that Swarga, you will go and you will enjoy for a while. Then you come back and you earn some more brownie points like you enjoy on your credit card. You redeem your points and then you get some phal. Then again you spend some more money. Then again you get some brownies. But the goal of a mature spiritual seeker, of one who has understood this, what Bhagwan has said, he has no more desires. He has no more ambitions. He has no other goal than connecting with the divine. That is his only Vishnu. So that, what he aspires for, they call supreme primal state. Paramam cha Adhyam Sthanam. This is the only thing, the supreme goal. What is the supreme goal? Paramam Adhyam Sthanam. Liberation, or you can call it moksha. Akshar Brahma. To mix with Akshar Brahma. Why Paramam? Why supreme? Nothing higher than that. Highest, nothing higher. And why Adhyam? Adhyam means primal, first.
Origin.
Nothing is there before that. Nothing is there after that. This is what is there before anything else can be there. This is the ekdam beginning of everything. Not only beginning, if you say beginning, then there has to be an end. It is existence itself. It is the substratum of everything. Actual meaning of sthanam is what? Place. Sthan means place. But here in the supreme journey, in this spiritual journey, can there be a place which you have to go to? No. There is no this place and that place. There is no two places. So here we don't call it place, we call it state. State of what? State of our perception, state of our belief, state of our mind. From one state of mind to another state of mind. So let's see what is this journey. Which state to which state we have to go. So the state of ignorance is what mental state?
Confusion.
Seeing the value in material world. Seeing the value in material world. That is the state of ignorance. Seeing that everything that ever you see, whatever visible object you see, is the only truth. And happiness lies in that Vishay. This state is that state where for you success means getting more material things. Finding more happiness in material world. That is the state of ignorance from which we have to move. This is the from place. Now we have to find the to place. From where to where. So the first realization comes like a stopover, destination. That there is something higher than the material world. That first realization comes when you go to satsang, when you read some book, when you get familiar with spiritual knowledge. There is something higher than this. And you know, that is one of the labh of dukh. This is one of the labh. Labh is what? Benefit of dukh. When dukh comes in our life, then we seek something higher. Till sukh is there, we don't think of God only. Why we need God? I have all the sukh in the world. But when some trouble comes, when some dukh comes, then we I cannot come out of this alone. Then Bhagwan, help me. Then till that time, Bhagwan, God knows where. So we realize there is something higher than material world. Vyakta. Remember? Vyakta. Something higher than the Vyakta manifested reality. And that world which is little bit higher than the visible world is the world of Devatas. So we connect with Devatas. So from this continuous dependence, literally, dependence on material world, we have a dependence on Devatas. Only dependence has changed, what we are depending on. So we invoke the Devatas, ask them to relieve us of all our dukhs. Then we move a little ahead in our journey. So then, higher connection with Devatas. As we had said earlier, what is the next connection with Devatas?
Devotion.
Devotion. Okay? So little bit, why the Devatas also help us during our dukhi times, so that our faith in them gets established. They are also happy to help. They are also happy to help. Someone calls the Devatas, they will come immediately. If they are not coming and helping you, what does it mean?
You're not calling, no faith.
You are not calling properly also. Even that we don't call properly. So the Vyakt only, we are now going into Avyakt, but Avyakt with devotion rather than with desire. Then higher goal. More faith has come in. Faith also is one of the Shat Sampattis. So with faith we will do more sadhana also, because action leads to motivation. So we have done some action, we have got some result, now more sadhana I do. Can I do some more sadhana? Can I do some more sadhana? Can I do some more sadhana? You start doing karma yoga, you start doing some upasana. Then clarity comes. When clarity comes, more understanding comes. When more understanding comes, you realize higher than Vyakta was Avyakt, and higher than Avyakt is Param Brahma. And now you say, why should I be happy only with Devatas when there is something higher than Devatas also? So already Devata ka devotion is there. Now your devotion, your connection, everything is going into the Supreme. So that is the journey that we have to go on. So first there will be maybe a lot of tamas. So the journey can also be from tamas, then rajas, then sattva, then beyond. Can also say journey is from vyakta to avyakta to beyond Parabrahma. You can also say journey, as I love to say, from hands to head to heart. You can also say journey is from doing, having, becoming to being. Because we do and have to become something. We don't have to become anything. We already are. We already are. So doing, having is all to become something. Become famous, become rich, become this, become powerful, become beautiful, become popular, become. You already are the highest. And finally, from material sukh to eternal freedom. Eternal freedom. See, if you don't understand this eternal freedom, then you'll never make moksha your goal. You have to understand the meaning of moksha. Freedom. You are no longer dependent on anything to be happy. Now you need this to be happy, you need that to be happy, you need this to be happy. When you don't need anything, just one day sit and write down what that means for you. And that is the meaning of moksha. So now, Bhagavan says that when you will reach this supreme state, you will transcend all the punya that you would have accumulated over lifetimes by the first two things. Doing tapasya, doing rites, doing yagnas, doing dan, etc. And this is all prescribed by the Vedas. Vedeshu. That word is there, Vedeshu. So Vedas have given us all these different yagnas. You do this, have this desire, do this, say this mantra, do this thing, do that thing. So that at least if one desire is, standing in the way of your getting promoted in your spiritual journey, then finish that. But unfortunately, the nature of desire is such that when, I did this yagna, I got this desire, now let me do another yagna, and my other desire. So this is the nature of the mind, is the nature of our ego that wants to keep creating more and more. So the Vedas have prescribed, and even Bhagavad Gita has told us, 3 purusharths which should never be given up. Who remembers?
Yagna, dana, and tapa.
Yagna, dan and tap. And that is what is there in this shloka, no? Vedeshu, yagyeshu, tapasu, daneshu. These 3 should never be given up. But if you'll remember, there are ways of doing yagna, dan and tap. 3 ways. Either you do it tamasically, or rajasically, or sattvically. So if you want to be the yogi who is getting this ultimate phal, transcending all the chotu motu phals and going directly to the primal paramam adhyam sthanam, then you should know how to not do yagna, dana and tap, and how to do. So we have done it earlier, but I'll revise it. So in Adhyay 17 of Bhagavad Gita itself, it tells us, if you are doing yagna but not following the instructions of the Vedas, the method, means you are using your own method, then that is considered tamasic way of doing yagna. If you are doing yagna just to show off, like people do these grand yagnas because it makes them popular or they get name, fame and all that, or for a desire, even for a desire, then it is rajasic yagna. But if you are following the vidhi given in the Vedas properly, if you are not having any particular expectation from that yagna, if you are performing the yagna out of your own duty because you are supposed to do the yagna, because that's the Bhagavad Gita has told us you are supposed to do yagna, then that yagna is sattvic. Then that yagna is purifying. And when we say yagna, of course it means homa, havan, but it also means every action that you do. If you have been listening to the videos which have been coming up these last 5-6 days, there are so many yagnas and simple yagnas, even your breathing, your eating, all that is a yagna. So when you do all those yagnas, means every action that you do, if you do it according to the instructions of the Vedas, if you do it without any particular expectation or result from that, and you do it as your dharma, as your duty, then it is considered sattvic, it is considered purifying process, and it is going to make you a yogi. So those of you who attended the last havan that we did during Navratri, so when you do a havan, you take a sankalp. So normally in the sankalp, the Panditji reads out the sankalp and you repeat it. We don't realize that we are taking sankalp for
Materials.
dharma, artha, kama, moksha. So inadvertently, we are taking sankalp for desires to be fulfilled. So therefore, in the last havan, we took Nishkam Sankalp. That means we take a sankalp, we are doing this out of our duty only for the happiness of the Devta, not for our desires. So Nishkam, and this was actually Nikhil's realization that we are taking sankalp, we are make my desire. So we are going on asking for more desires to be fulfilled, which will take us to not param adyam sthanam. So henceforth we have decided in every yagna and every puja or every anushthan in Siva at least, we will take only nishkam sankalp, no sakam sankalp. Those who want to take sakam sankalp on their own can take it in their mind. As the nishkam sankalp is being taken, you can take your sakam sankalp. But in Siva, no more sakam sankalps, only nishkam sankalps. Tapasya. So when we will do the yagna with all the vidhis, some discomfort may be there, some actions will be difficult to do. So to bear that discomfort is the tapasya. Tapasya doesn't mean standing on one foot or sleeping on a bed of nails or doing some harm to your body. So now tapasya also can be done tamasically, rajasikally or sattvically. So if you are doing tapasya, the Shastra says, out of foolish obstinacy, that's the word they are using. Foolish obstinacy, nahi aise to karna hai, mujhe to karna hi hai. Even if it is not prescribed, I will do like this only. Then that is considered tamas. If you are doing tapasya which is injuring your body or injuring anyone else also, that is also tamasic tapasya. Rajasic tapasya you can easily make out. Doing for name, fame. You are doing tapasya and you are calling the media, take my photo. So that is called, you are doing for name, fame, admiration, recognition or some selfish gain. All the asurs who they wanted Vardhan from Bhagwans, that was all Rajasic tapasya. But if tapasya is just titiksha, your faith that I am doing this because it is the vidhi, some discomfort is there, I don't want any desire of fruit of this tapasya, I am just doing it because it is the vidhi and this is how it's done, sattvic tapasya. And that sattvic tapasya is purifying. So when we do tapasya and there's some discomfort, we grumble. It's so long and bad. No grumbling also. Tapasya means no grumbling. Okay? No groaning and all that. Alright, daneshu, through charity. And we did this recently in one of our video screenings, Dan, how it becomes tamasic and rajasic. So, if you are making any offering without grace, means grumbling or disdainfully, like disdainfully, you understand? From a higher point, I'm giving. I'm great and I'm giving. That if that is you're doing, or you're doing it to an undeserving person, you're giving money to an alcoholic, then that is not considered dan. Or you're doing it at a wrong time or a wrong place, then that is tamasic dan. Rajasic dan is giving grudgingly and expecting something back. I gave, now you give. That is rajasic. And if you are giving because it is your duty, sense of duty, it's your dharma to give, not expecting anything in return, you are giving at the correct time to the deserving person at the correct time and correct place, then it is a sattvic dan. Again, this sattvic dan will be purified. Now you have done all these things for lifetimes. You have collected, maybe you have not. You have done something rajasically or you have done sattvically also. Lot of punya will be there. Now, all this punya which you have accumulated, lakhs and lakhs of time, lakhs and lakhs of lifetimes. Do you know what is the phal of that?
Sant ka darshan.
Sanidhya of Sant. Sanidhya of Sant is the punya of lakhs of lifetimes of this sattvic activity. And what is the big deal of Sanidhya of Sant? You are getting Brahma Vidya. You are getting to learn all this. That is the phal. That is the phal. Because only with this gyan you will transcend anything. Even this punya has to be transcended. Punya has to be transcended. This deha nishtha has to be transcended. Your vasanas have to be transcended. Your avguns have to be transcended. Your tamas and rajas has to be transcended. From where you will learn the technique, how you will understand. How many people have read Bhagavad Gita? But to implement it requires some instruction. This instruction which you are getting is the phal of your lifetimes of punya. And if you are getting this phal now, what you are doing with it? What are you doing with it? That is something you have to check it out. Okay? The goal is Jivan Mukti or Krama Mukti, doesn't matter. Some Mukti, don't want to come back again and again. Because there is no guarantee that the sukh which you are experiencing in this lifetime will be the same sukh or the same level of sukh that you will get in future lifetimes. So it is ignorance to say, I too want to come back. It's immaturity. Alright. So you know what is the goal, you know intermediary goals, you know inferior goals, you know supreme goal also. You know what to do for the inferior goals, you know what to do for the supreme goal. The chapter started with 6 questions of Arjun, and the chapter should have given us the answers for these 6 questions. Remember them?
Yes.
What was the first question? Kim tad Brahma? What was that? What is Brahma? Can you tell me? What is Brahma?
Aksharam.
Aksharam,
Param.
Paramam. What else?
Space.
Can't hear you.
No space, not confined.
Not limitless. Sarva Vyapak, all pervasive. What else?
Eternal.
Eternal. What else?
The unmanifest.
Timeless.
Timeless.
Unmanifest.
unmanifest, substratum of everything. Sat, Chit, Anand, the essence of existence, the essence of knowledge, the essence of bliss. Now there are so many words, but none of these words actually describe Brahma. It is indescribable. It is it is attributeless. There is no attribute to Brahma. It is a state of freedom. State of freedom. Then what was the next question? Kim Adhyatmam. Meaning what? What was that? What is this Adhyatmam?
Pertaining to the self.
What? What is pertaining to this? Body,
No.
mind, intellect,
Atma.
Atma. That which we can feel as part of us, Atma, which is nothing different from Brahma. That point also has to be very clearly understood. But if you have to refer to it on the myself, then we will call it Adhyatma. Then what was the next question?
What is karma?
Kim karma? What is action? What is action?
Which creates our body.
Anything that creates existence, anything that creates is karma. Then Kim Adhibhutam. Kim Adhibhutam. What is Adhibhutam? What is Adhibhutam?
Perishable.
All matter. All matter. Bhutam means matter. All matter. Whatever is matter is called Adhibhutam. Then Adhidaivam. What is Adhidaivam? All the devatas. All the devatas, all the energies which are helping us function, which are taking care of the universe. Then Kim Adi Yajna. Kim Adi Yajna. What is that?
To whom our actions are being offered to.
Every action. Every action. When we are performing every action as a yajna. And the last question was Prana Kale Cha Katham Yeyosi. What and how can I know you at the time of death? And what was the answer to that?
Full chapter.
Whole chapter telling us be established in the self throughout your life, and that way you will be established in the self at the time of death. No confusion should be there now. Bhagwan has so clearly told us everything. Now you can decide which goal you want. You can decide that. There is no compulsion that you have to take the supreme goal. If you don't want moksha, no problem. You can go for krama mukti. If you don't want krama mukti, no problem. You can take path of return also. There is no compulsion. In Sanatana Dharma, the choice is with the individual. That is Om ending. Let's read the Sankalp Vakya. Om Tat Saditi Srimad Bhagavad Gita Supanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Akshara Brahma Yogo Namashtramodhyaya. What else? That's it. Next time when we'll meet, we will start with a new Adhyay. Okay? Let's end the session with a prayer. Asasoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Jai Gurudev. God bless.